What's up everybody, I'm Seth Fowler and today I'm reviewing the brand new Puma Thunder Spectra. Thanks so much for tuning in today. Make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't yet and want to see more videos just like this one. Also make sure to give me a follow on Instagram and on Twitter at RealSethFowler. But with all of that out of the way, let's get into it. As I'm sure you've all noticed this year, the dad shoe trend is here to stay. And that means bulky, oversized sneakers, crazy colors, and lots of different design elements jammed into one shoe. And for a lot of people, that's not something they're very excited about. They don't like the crazy looking sneakers and the oversized look. But as trends seem to do, more and more people are coming around, especially with more and more releases of these dad shoe type sneakers. And honestly, I'm about it. I love the dad shoe look. I'm really into the Yeezy 700s. I don't mind the Nike Monarchs, especially not the new ones coming out, which I think are fire. And it looks like Puma has finally stepped into the ring with one of the strongest contenders and may possibly be the best looking dad sneaker on the market, the Puma Thunder Spectra. So without further ado, let's take a closer look. Jumping right into the upper, in true dad shoe form, you've got lots of different side panels and tons of different materials. Around the edge of the toe, you've got this really soft, lightly tumbled black leather. For a $120 shoe, this leather actually feels really nice. In fact, it's better than most leather that you find on most sneakers these days. Just behind that, the base material seems to be this black mesh, and I'm really glad they used black as sort of the base color on this sneaker because it really grounds all the other colors. Even though they're using like 7 different colors on this sneaker, the black really does serve to hold the entire sneaker together, and I really like the way it looks. Around the bottom of the tongue, you've got this red suede panel, and to my knowledge, this is actually the only place that this red shows up on the entire sneaker. And the reason I bring that up is usually when there's a bright color like this, especially in such a high visibility area, there's usually another accent using that same color somewhere else on the sneaker to tie it all together. But because they're going for that crazy dad shoe look, and because, like I said before, this black really holds the shoe together, I really like the way it looks. Just above that, you've got your black rope laces weaving through these black nylon straps. And behind that, you've got a padded mesh nylon tongue also in black. At the top of the tongue, you've got another hit of leather in black with this sort of light teal Puma tag. Moving inside the sneaker, you've got a pretty well padded black sock liner with a black insole with the Puma branding in blue. As for sizing, I've heard a lot of different things from a lot of different people about how this shoe actually fits. About half the people I've heard from say it runs big, the other half says it runs true to size. I actually had to go up half a size because that was the only size I was able to grab. And honestly, it doesn't feel too bad. There's definitely some room around the toe, but again, that's because it is a half size big. Because I haven't really had any problems wearing this shoe, even though it's a half size big, I would tend to think that it is more true to size. So if you're on the fence or you're buying the shoe online, I'd probably suggest going true to size and you should be fine. But as I always suggest, if you have the chance to try the shoe on in person, make sure to do that to make sure the sizing is right for you. At the top of the tongue on either side, you've got these 2 black leather panels, each with 1 eyelid at the top. Continuing back on the shoe, you've got this extremely well concealed Puma logo. It comes in this really smooth matte black plasticky leather, and personally, I love the way it looks. I love how minimal it is on such a crazy looking shoe. It's super well executed, and I think they did a great job. Just underneath the Puma logo, you've got probably the brightest hit on the entire shoe, this neoprene yellow panel. I've got to say, yellow is rarely a color that I like to wear. It's just usually too out there, and unless it's sort of an accent piece, I just don't like to wear it. However, on this shoe and the way it acts as exactly that, an accent piece, I think it looks great. On the lateral side of the shoe, a large part of this panel is covered up by the Puma logo. However, on the medial side, you get the entire yellow panel, and it looks great. Moving around to the heel of the sneaker, you've got this semi-translucent smoke gray TPU heel counter. The heel counter actually starts on the midfoot of the lateral side and then actually wraps all the way around to the midfoot of the medial side. It's also got this sort of shallow, tumbled leather texture debossed into it, which I think is interesting. I don't think it's necessary, but hey, it's there. The heel counter is pretty stiff and does provide some nice lockdown once you get laced up into the shoe. Just above the heel counter, you've got one more suede accent in sort of a grayish blue. And running down the center of the shoe, you've got this black strap with your Puma branding. Moving down from the upper, the craziness doesn't stop there. You've also got tons of textures and tons of colors on the midsole as well. The midsole is made up of this pretty soft white foam. You've got this sort of raised dot texture on certain parts of the midsole. I'm not sure why they did that, but it's something you notice. Aesthetically, the midsole is made up of 3 different parts. The white, which I mentioned, which sort of runs in this track through the center of the midsole. In addition, you have these painted matte black accents. And then around the base of the midsole, you've also got these glossy plastic teal accents. I'm not sure if these plastic accents are there for stability or just to make this teal area super glossy, but for whatever reason, I think they're awesome. Finally, moving down to what might be the simplest part of the entire shoe, the outsole. The outsole is made up of this black rubber with a white accent in the middle, and then of course, rounding off the shoe, you've got your Puma branding on the heel. Overall, and I kind of can't believe I'm saying this, but I think the Puma Thunder Spectra might be one of my favorite new silhouettes of 2018. I've got to be honest, I like everything about this shoe. I like the shape, I like the comfort, I especially like the color. I think it's a great shoe. Not only that, but at 120 bucks, this is also an extremely well-priced shoe. As of right now, this particular colorway is sold out, but I have heard rumors that there will be restocks in the near future. Not only that, but if this colorway isn't for you, there's also 2 more colorways coming very soon, which in my personal opinion, I don't like as much, but they definitely don't look bad. Now that we've got the review out of the way, let's put these guys on feet and see how they look. I'd love to know your thoughts on the Puma Thunder Spectra and whether you think Puma is really onto something with this brand new silhouette. Make sure to leave those comments in the comment section down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you all in the next one.